Good morning, church. It's Pastor Mike. This morning for our devotion, I wanted to share just a brief word from the Gospel of John. In the 13th chapter, as Jesus is having the Last Supper, preparing to leave his disciples, he's giving them his final encouragements and commands on what it means to be Christians in the world. And right after Judas leaves, and right after he says that the Son of Man is going to be glorified but must leave, he tells them this in chapter 13. He says, "A new command I give to you, that you love one another." He says, "As I have loved you, so you must love one another." The last 36 hours, 48 hours, who can count how long election day lasts anymore? I have seen this command, this final command of Jesus, broken more by followers of him than I think I have in quite a long time. That we love one another as Christ loves us. That's the command. That we speak with kindness and mercy, with humility and grace. That we don't let anger, suspicion, or vitriol define how we relate to one another. We have to be united as a church. If we let something like a presidential election divide us, then we are showing that our true allegiance was never to Christ, it was to the power or prestige that we accumulated to ourselves by claiming his name. Because now, if we chase power somewhere else, and if we feel vindicated because now we have power, or whatever the situation might be, however it unfolds in these next few days, if our response is not completely defined by love and grace that Christ had for us and has for us, then we have failed in fulfilling his command. And lest we think that the issue in the command is so simple that it is just about our own lives and how we get along with so and so who sits in the pew next to us or behind us, listen to the next verse that Jesus tells his disciples on that night. He says, "By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another." Our loving fellowship together is not just about us, it is about our witness to the world. And I guarantee you right now, more than many other times, the world looks to the church to see how we will respond. Some looking for signs of hope in life, and some look trying to find evidence that they know we're all a bunch of hypocrites anyway. This is our opportunity to show who we are to the world. And if we yell at each other and curse at each other and snipe and throw barbs at each other online and in person and on TV and wherever we happen to be, if we use our platform and our opportunities to spread hate, to spread anger, and to show a lack of grace, then we speak volumes about our faith in the world. God has called us to a higher calling than that. To look beyond the politics, to look beyond recounts and lawsuits and elections and results and all of these things, and to look at our neighbor and say, above all, I love you. Above all, I care for what's best for you. Even if that means swallowing my words or my pride, even if that means losing something of my own, it is worth it if it is for the good of my neighbor. So, my prayer for us today as a church here in Cordova, and if you're watching from anywhere, I don't know, is that we will love one another as Christ has loved us. And that above all would consume our minds and our vision as we go forward in this world. God bless you. Know that you are loved by God and called to love others with that same passion. God bless.